Hey y'all.
Hey y'all.
Welcome to the first ever
Wazted Wednesdays.
I'm Chip.
I'm Stevie.
We just took a shot.
Let's get started.
It makes me think of like fucking morning announcements.
It
when you were
really
kids.
does. Yeah.
Like everybody, you're reading the teleprompter and then you knew it was like your line.
Yeah, and then like you can see it like right there and you're like, and go.
It's just, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like a trade off.
Yeah.
Like, man, the whole school right now is watching.
Is watching us. You're like, don't fuck it up.
Yeah. That's how I feel right
Yeah.
now. And I was just telling Stevie that I have like coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I make it really strong
Mm-hmm.
on purpose.
Mm-hmm. Got a little too
But
strong today.
sometimes
A little too strong. That's
I'm
okay.
sweating too strong, you know?
Yeah.
Just like, I got a shit,
Got a shit.
and gonna be a big shit.
And we've got our drinks of choice
Yeah, so we've had this idea
for a very long time.
very long time.
Like, since August.
Yeah,
Easily.
definitely since August. But now, thanks
To coordinate Miss Rona.
Miss Rona.
Sponsored by Miss Rona.
We are doing it.
Yeah. So, like, what is this?
Well, great question.
Great.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice little segue there.
We're like meant to do this.
Yeah. We haven't been thinking about this for like weeks,
weeks, and then threw it all together like right now. Like,
Yeah.
if you could see the system that we have set up, I'm
Very
like,
professional.
yes.
Yeah.
Definitely have a mirror set up just in case my janky camera stops recording and I gotta go turn that bitch back on because
Yeah.
she likes to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so what is this? Well, we're getting wasted.
Moderately, yes.
Yes. And
Shall we say the root, where the
yes,
origin story
yes,
of this?
Yes,
Okay.
tell the origin.
Okay, so Chip and I worked together, and about last semester-ish, we both worked the same Wednesday shift, and, after long days of, work, as you do, we would go to get margaritas and get drunk on a Wednesday, and we think that we're pretty funny, or, maybe we're just
fucking funny.
Maybe we're just delusional. Maybe it's just the worms in the head. But one drunken Wednesday, we came up with the idea. We said, "Hey, what if exact same concept, but we're recording ourselves?"
Yes.
And then from there, the idea just kind of spiraled, and no one stopped us.
No one
stopped us, so now we're here.
We've tried this multiple times.
Oh.
Failed.
Miserably.
But this is definitely probably the most successful.
Well, considering one attempt, we literally fell asleep on the couches mid-recording.
Yes.
Um,
If this blows up, I'll post it.
that is some footage.
I'm sweating.
I know, it is a little toasty.
But I didn't want to get any of the
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah, no.
Okay, that shot mixed with the already like buzzingness of caffeine and anxiety is hitting bro right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
How, like...
This is how we should have done it in the get-go. We really should have started with the shot.
Oh, yeah. No, totally.
Well, we're learning.
We're learning.
Third time's the charm.
Live,
It really
third
is
time-
the charm.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
The first time, we almost witnessed public sex. Do you remember
Yes.
that? Yeah.
Yes.
From our
Love it.
place of drinks, we were seated outside, and there was a nice little walkway, and then on the other side there were some apartments with like a little bench, a little nice area, and there was it
was lesbian.
lesbians? Okay, lesbians. They were seated on the bench making out. At one point, we went vertical. It was dark, so we could not see the extent of what happened. So who's to say? But good for them. Good for them.
Yes.
So that was the first attempt. Second
Yes.
attempt, we fell asleep.
Yes.
Third
Here
try,
we are.
third we're here.
This is honestly all of my film major skills coming to a head.
I'm not a film major. This is all her.
Boom.
This is all her.
Boom. All right.
Yeah. Is that...
Yeah. Let's kick it off.
Let's kick it off. You got it.
All right.
So to kind of like prepare for this, at least in our head, Chip has brought a concept to the table in which we will talk about for some time. For some time. And then I have something I want to talk about. Not too excited, okay? It's not that exciting.
Slow your roll,
Yeah,
guys.
slow your roll. It's not that
Whoever
exciting.
just sat up a little bit.
It's not that exciting. So yeah, take it away.
Well, first of all, I'd like to talk about how this cup I am drinking out of is, we literally found it.
On the side of the road.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, for those of you whomst, God, I feel more fucked up than I should be. Like, motherfucking lightweight, like a fucking freshman who just drank one beer.
It's the stress.
It's the stress.
It's the stress.
Light.
This light is very intense.
Right here. I feel like my theater nightmares are coming to a head when I'm drunk.
You're on the stage. You don't know the lines. Except we're making up the lines as we go.
Improv, babes.
Improv, baby.
But for those of us watching on YouTube, those of you, not us,
we're here. You're there.
in the background, there's also a cone that I meant to move, but I didn't.
Too late now. Now it's permanently part of the set.
There. I think we took that the same night that we discovered
I think
this.
so too. We were walking home from work one night after said margaritas.
Yes.
Feeling a little intoxicated.
Yes.
And we found it. And we took it.
Beautiful
There was no
mug.
lid to it,
No
so
lid.
it's just as it is now.
Here we go.
So that's what this did not come from the side of the road. This came from Family Dollar.
Best way to start out your moving in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Sorry, I zoned out for a second. I was like, I will be taking a nap after this.
Ooh. A concept. Yes.
All right. God, a little laugh cough for you guys. Let me clear my throat. All right, so I figured we should talk about the elephant in the room. Corona.
Okay, I'm like, which one?
Wait, what are...
Well, about Birdie dropping out.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
Girl, it's been a week.
It's like something new.
It's been a month.
Day.
It's
yeah.
Been 2 months?
Oh my god, yeah.
Holy shit, has it been 2 months?
I meant to prepare a little bit more, and I definitely didn't. But
how long has Miss Rona been here?
So, let's
been here to the extent of us being in lockdown, because we are in lockdown.
We've been doing this for almost 4 weeks, so almost a month.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the last time we went out was fucking Applebees.
Where
we got cut off and we weren't even
trying. Okay, so I don't know if anyone else has seen this like little Applebees promo on the internet, but they have
just say it. Just say
on
it.
TikTok. Okay, on TikTok, where I am addicted. But I saw this like Applebee's thing where they have a $1 drink special, and so I'm like, hey, let's go to Applebee's. So we took ourselves to Applebee's.
Got a whole group together.
And the closest Applebee's to us is about an hour away, so a fun little road trip to Applebee's. We went, we ordered our drinks.
Well, sorry. We chose the one that was kind of an hour away.
Okay.
Because
there was also an abandoned mini golf park, like right next to it, so we did go there to take some pictures, which was easily the most successful portion of the night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. And
yes.
Continue.
And so we took some cute little pictures, and then we went to Applebee's, in which we sat down, we ordered our drinks, and then probably about 20 minutes later we got our drinks, I would say. Yeah. And then after we got our drinks, we got our food, and then we already ordered more because it tasted like water, which we were completely expecting.
They're $1.
Yeah, they're $1 Applebee's drinks. We were completely expecting it to be just watered down, which it was exactly as we thought. So we ate our food. I think we ate in complete silence.
Yeah.
Just about. It was really depressing.
Yeah. Well, because most of us, actually all of us but one in the group, had divorced parents.
Yeah, and it just brought back.
And we all grew up in the suburbs.
Yeah, we did.
And even the one who parents are still together was basically like, they're divorced.
Yeah. But it's like,
they knew.
Yeah, and so it just brought back a time of when your parents, like, divorced kids, y'all know what I'm talking about. where your parents aren't quite divorced yet, but there's like that tension, and you're like in Applebee's, and you don't want to say anything because if you say the wrong thing, it's going to end in an argument.
Or a Frontera in my case.
Yeah. Or that.
One chain restaurant, one of them.
One of them. So if you say the wrong thing, it's going to end in a fight. And us just sitting there, it just brought back that specific nostalgic feeling.
Like, everyone was so bummed out.
So bummed out.
In the car.
And, like, it was...
We didn't even talk on the way home.
No. And it was, like, one of those things... It was exactly what we were expecting. Like, we weren't expecting it to be, like, anything. Like, in my mind, I was like, wow, it would be something to be drunken in Applebee's. That would be something.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we couldn't even get there because by the time we ordered our first drink, 20 minutes later, it came along with our, like, entrees. Yeah. And then we ordered a second drink, and it came another 20 minutes later. They didn't even ask if we wanted another drink after that. They just gave us our check.
She was like, yeah, here's the bill.
They just cut us off, so I couldn't even get drunk. Completely sober in an Applebee's. And that was our last outing before Miss Rona.
Before she hit.
And it was literally the next day, I think, that it was announced.
Yeah.
The next day, if not, like, that Monday after. Because I think we went on a Saturday.
Yeah, where they were like, no, you really need to be, like...
Yeah, like, you need to stay inside.
Yeah. And now, I mean, let's pull the cat out of the bag or whatever. We live in Atlanta.
We do. Surprise! City reveal!
We live in Atlanta.
We do live in Atlanta.
So, yeah, we went into lockdown about a week ago.
Yeah, like official lockdown.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, for those who haven't been quarantining,
that bitch! I knew she would do it! See, I don't know why she does this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Okay.
See, my camera likes
do we need to
play.
Do a thing, or are you just going to keep talking?
Okay. I'll figure it out in post.
Okay. What is it?
Wait, I'm sorry, real quick. That is such a filmmaker thing. You're like, man, in production, you're like, this got fucked up. And you're like, we'll fix it in post. And you never, and then you sit there in post, and you're like...
Yeah, no, totally. Just film major things. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you were a film major, you would understand.
But you aren't. Yeah. Oof. Anyway, Applebee's was depressing. Miss Rona's here. We're on official lockdown, and we live in Atlanta.
Yes.
And that's what you missed on Glee.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we are in official lockdown right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I wanted to get out. Just basically kind of, I guess, talking about our past 4 weeks and, like, how we've been experiencing it.
Yeah.
As you've said, we work at the same place.
Yeah.
So, luckily, unfortunately, that's kind of synonym. But anyways, we're still employed.
Yeah, we are very fortunate enough to still have a job. Yeah. But I do feel like it's a little bit of, like, a double-edged sword.
Yes.
Because, like, while we recognize how fortunate and privileged we are to still have a job, it's rough because, you know, we're out here exposing ourselves and risking infection. But, again, we're very happy to have a job. I don't know. It's a weird confliction of feelings.
Yeah, because you don't want to, like... It's almost like one of those things where you don't want to talk about, like...
Yeah.
Why you're upset about it.
Yeah.
Because you don't, you know, like, you just don't want to, like, step on anybody's toes, and there are people who are like, there's a lot that could be said, you know, just, like, already, it's just, the world is just not in their favor, I guess.
Well, and also when I've been seeing a lot of articles like this, calling, like, retail workers and grocery store workers, like, the heroes of Corona, but then I saw another article that really just kind of points out, it's like, no, those aren't the heroes, like, almost like, I don't want to say victims because it's not exactly the same, but it's the same concept of, oh, they're, like, just trying to change the words instead of, like, from hero to, like, well, here's a sacrifice, like, you're sacrificing your health so that other people can, like, you know, just get basic stuff, which, again, it's, like, obviously it's essential things, so, like, you need to get it.
And we're still employed because we are, like, technically essential.
Yeah. It's technically, like, a grocery store.
Yeah. So we work for, like, a local grocery store. But what we experience is only a fraction.
Yeah. Because where we work, it's smaller, we don't get the large crowds.
Yeah.
And, like, large groups of people.
Yeah.
That some places are getting. So, again, it's very, like, where we work, it's probably the best place where we could be right now.
Yeah.
As far as, like,
yeah.
if we were to have a job, this is exactly where I would want to be.
Exactly.
Because of the, like, I guess, size of, like, groups that come in.
Yeah. So, again, we only experience, like, a fraction of what, like, Kroger, Publix employees
I can only imagine. That's insane.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, while it's stressful to be there and it's frustrating when people come in and, like, I had a customer yesterday tell me, like, I was wearing a mask because now our bosses are like, wear a mask.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, you're wearing a mask now? Like, I just haven't gotten behind all that yet. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah, behind what?
Yeah, exactly.
Science?
Exactly. And then, like, we're not accepting cash.
Yeah.
And he wanted to pay with cash. And I was like, sorry, no.
Sorry, we have to take the little precautions to protect ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, well, he's like, yeah, I'm reading the signs that say, like, no cash. Like, have you guys been robbed? And I was like,
no, money is dirty.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, we're trying to, like, lessen, like, hand-to-hand contact. Yeah. And he was like, oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, people just don't think about that. Like,
yeah, and, like, specifically where we work, it's, like, it's just, there's a lot of foot traffic and, like, people who are, like, I've had customers tell me, like, oh my god, I just needed to get out. And, like, they kind of use our business as a place to, like, get
my biggest
out.
pet peeve right now is people who will come in, they're like, oh, we're just looking around, like, just browsing through. And that, to me, that really gets me, because I'm like, why?
Yeah, and we have, like, I mean, we're trying to take all the precautions that we can. Like, we use, touch screen square, and, we put on gloves when we, like, touch the screens and do all that. And I'll tell people, like, when they need to sign, I'm like, hey, you can use gloves if you'd like. Yeah. And they'll be like, no. And then they sign it, and I'm like...
You're like, so fuck me, I guess.
Yeah. And
That's really what it feels like working in, like, grocery right now.
Yes.
It's a big fuck you.
Yes, like, literally... Oh, let me sit up for that. The other day... 2 weeks ago, like, when this, or whenever, when this, like, first really started, and I was at work, and our bosses were like, okay, yeah, like, we're only, like, if people want to do, like, curbside pickup, you can take it out only to the patio to them, you can wear gloves and all that stuff. I had people call, and, there's, like, try not to get too specific about where we work, but their townhouse is right above where we work, and I had someone call, and they were like, hey, for our safety, can you deliver it? And I was like...
Well, for my safety, I'm saying no.
Yeah, literally. I was like, well, no, like, my boss has literally said today, like, I can only take it out to you, I can bring it out in gloves, like, that's all I can do. They've been posting that, they messaged it to us today, and they were like, well, can you still, like, can you talk to them? Like, can you check back in? And I was like, no. I cannot.
Yeah.
I can't do that. And I was like, no, like, they literally said that today. I was like, yeah, I'll call them, which I fucking didn't. Yeah. Because I already knew the answer.
Yeah, they would have said the exact same thing that
exactly.
you were saying.
And I'm trying to keep telling them that. And then they were like, okay, well, you're about to lose a sale here. And I'm like, okay. And then they're like, what did they say? They've said something else. I'm trying to remember. And then I had to tell them that's what it was. I then had to tell them I'm the only person working here right now. Like, even if I wanted to go deliver it above, I can't. Yeah. It's just me, So it's just frustrating like that. Yeah. Like, people... in a time where it really needs to be about community, people are still being very selfish and self-centered. Yeah. And it's really frustrating. While we're grateful to have jobs, it's
very much a double-edged sword.
Yeah. And especially because, like, people just, they're not, respecting anything.
Yeah.
They're not taking things into consideration.
Yeah.
They're not abiding by what you're supposed to.
Especially the location in which we work, it's a very privileged area.
Yes.
That is very much to be noted. It is, extremely privileged. If you get what I'm saying,
they're rich.
They're rich and white. There you go. I said it. They're rich and white. And so that just adds a whole other aspect to it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But otherwise, we are home.
We are home, yeah.
We're
roommates, in case we didn't say that.
Yes. And they were roommates.
We're roommates, so that's why we're together right now.
Wait, have you seen the tweet with that guy? And then it says, I hope you're roommates. When you like see people.
Yeah.
Literally.
No, we are roommates.
Yeah.
So that's why we're together.
Mm-hmm. So.
And honestly, it really works out that we work in the same place.
Yeah.
Because it's like, we both have like equal exposure, and we're not like the other one's like
True.
risking each other more.
Yeah. But we're all doomed if someone gets sick. Which
I
was telling one of our coworkers yesterday, I was like, I would be so surprised if I don't get corona. And like, I'm like making shit up in my head.
No, dude, someone came in the other day and like it was just the cough.
Yeah.
But like in my mind I was like, well, this is it.
Right? Okay, but I always have mucus in my throat. So wait, when I actually need I need a cough right now.
Ooh.
That mucus!
Mm-hmm.
The mucus. All I see is the Mucinex guy.
Yes. I was gonna say, what was that cartoon?
The Mucinex.
No, not that. Osmosis Jones. Does anyone else remember that? I think we watched it.
The audience.
The audience. We'll let the audience respond. But like, did you never watch it? I think it was called Osmosis Jones, and it was about this entire like, all your like little white cells. Osmosis Jones was basically like the Indiana Jones of like in your body, where it would go like fight. No, it was a whole cartoon where it would go like in your body and like fight if like bacteria would come in as like this big evil monster type cartoon thing. And Osmosis Jones, like the white blood cell, he would come in and fight it.
No, this is unfamiliar. The only Jones I know is Junie B. Jones.
Okay, well, I know Osmosis Jones, and he was hot. I'll say, I said it. Osmosis Jones was hot.
A white blood cell?
He was blue, but he was a white blood cell. He was a blue little... I'm sorry.
That sounds like a whole political thing.
The blue... They're like, well, we can't make him white. Osmosis.
I would love to see it.
There we go.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Did you, like, watch it in biology class?
I don't know where I saw
it. Yeah. Okay, maybe. He's one cell of a guy.
I don't know why I watched that so much.
Wait, this is kind of hot. It's like weirdly how like Fishtails was kind of hot.
Yeah.
You know?
I think it came out around the same time as Fishtails.
I sense that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah,
interesting.
Apparently
you can watch it on Amazon. So you should.
I have no desire to watch it now, but
learning right now. I'm already
in this environment.
No, not really. Anyways. So yeah, no, I'm like literally tricking myself.
Yeah.
Like I'm like thinking things. Like I'll wake up and I'll be like, all my fans are on.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, I'm kind of warm.
I'm
like,
dude, same.
Making stuff
but then
up,
it's actually like 80 degrees outside.
Yeah. And our apartments are very old with no insulation, and we refuse to turn on.
That's why, I mean, obviously you can't see it, but we have our ceiling fan and then 2 other little stand fans.
But those stand fans,
we'll
another day.
We'll put a pin in that. You have to stay tuned for that story. This is a story.
Yeah, but I'll make stuff in my head, like,
Yeah.
thinking that I have it.
Yeah.
Which is criminal, but also when I get to work, I literally drink so much kombucha because I just think about Kombucha Dave, and I think about how he says that it cured his mom's cancer, and I'm like, well, shit. That's how I'm not gonna get corona, and I drink it so much.
I mean, kombucha's just good to begin with.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be loving that shit.
That's facts.
No, like, the other
I like
morning,
the one brand we sell, and
that's
about it.
Yeah, no, that's, I mean, I do like,
oh, bitch! There she goes again. It's like she only gives us 10 minutes of recording.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go again.
What was I gonna say? Oh, like the other morning when I woke up feeling really dizzy.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I thought, I genuinely, I woke up, I was so dizzy and I was sweating and I stood up trying to go to the bathroom, and, like, I was seeing, like, that. And my first time, I was like, I've got her. I've got it. Like, she's here. Turns out, anxiety. Hell of a twist. So, did not have it. Just had a little anxiety attack right in the nice little sweet surprise in the morning. But no, I'm constantly thinking, I'm like, I have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, yeah.
Yep. Any final thoughts on...
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we'll talk about it some more.
Because who knows how long it's gonna...
Yeah, or like, well...
they just extended it past my birthday.
Oh,
to
really?
May 18th, yeah.
Yeah, I really hope it doesn't go till September because, like...
I really can't do this until September.
I'd be missing my friends.
I just miss being out.
Yeah, and, like, doing things. The nice thing, hopefully, is after this is all said and done, maybe we will manifest tongue-tied. You know, tongue-tied is
Yes,
hit.
I want a tongue-tied Project X summer.
Literally.
That's the summer
Literally.
I want. No,
That's what I want.
Yeah.
And who's to say what will happen after all of this?
Yeah.
It's kind of wild that any of this is actually happening.
I really can't, I can't process it.
Yeah. Did you see that tweet where it was like, the girl was talking about, well, I'm assuming she's a girl, but I'll say they. They were talking about how, that, like, they were like, I haven't been affected by this, and I was telling my therapist about that, and my therapist was like, well, your parents are divorced and you grew up in chaos, so... Relatable.
Yeah.
I think that's I bottle things and I process it like way late.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what I'm gonna do.
I've tried to sit down and be like, okay, feelings, just you and me now. Let's figure this out. How are we feeling about this? I don't know how I feel about it.
I feel like it will be like December or even sometime next year where I'll be like, oh shit.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't love it. I don't.
Yeah.
I can't like name the exact feeling.
Yeah.
That I have towards this, and that's not fun.
Yes. I think. Well, I'm very good with the flow, and I'll like kind of just go with things as they come.
Yeah.
And then it's not until later when I really process it, and it's like after it's all said and done, where I'm like, oh,
you're like, oh shit, that's what that was.
Yeah, you know. I mean, like, if the zombie apocalypse ever happens, I'll be good. You know?
Yeah, I feel like,
divorced kids are going to rise in the zombie
divorced
apocalypse.
Kids who coped with Percy Jackson. Okay, we're gonna rise. y'all know who I'm talking about.
Percy Jackson kids stand up.
But, like, that's it. No, I truly feel like I would do good in, like, some type of apocalypse. Like,
yes.
I feel like, you know, what was that movie that there was, that TV show that we watched on Netflix, where that kid,
Yes. Colin Ford.
Yeah.
Been in love with him since we bought a zoo.
Yes. But, what was that show?
I don't even remember what it was called.
Yes.
Daybreak,
that was it.
Daybreak.
Something like that. I know.
You know what we're talking about.
And he had a line where he was like, yeah, I'm just one of those people that thrive in an apocalypse. I feel that way.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
100% agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would just be like way later after this. But the only emotion that I really have processed is it's hard to be away from my boyfriend. Like I was telling you about that. You're like,
can't relate. I'm kidding.
Well, it feels like a premature breakup, which I'm not a fan of. And breakup feelings, I can process that.
Yeah.
Just, let's get through it. But that's what it feels like. I mean, like, as much as we have been social distancing, I'm a little bit hypocrite. I'll admit it. I mean, it's hard. We're humans, and by nature, you want contact with people. I'll make shit up in my head. I'm like, sex? An essential need?
But, like, actually, if we want to get into a little psychology here.
And the psych major speaks.
I'm a psychology major, in case you didn't know. I can't remember which psychologist said this, but, like, you have your basic needs, and then it's, like, basic needs, and then essential needs. I think that's what it's called. And then your basic needs are, like, food, like, a safe environment, just, like, stuff like that, which, like, you know, a normal person, or, like, typical people have. And then essential needs are like what allows us to like essentially elevate our minds or like be able to like think more than just like the here and the now. And sex is one of the essential needs for that, to be able to like truly live a fulfilled life. So you're gonna get into psychology.
Well,
you're like, anyway, want to come over now?
I told her, I said, when I need to do my laundry, I'll see you.
Yeah.
We don't have a laundry in our apartment.
Mm-hmm.
A laundry unit.
Yeah.
We don't have a laundry.
We don't have laundry in our apartment. As soon as we're done with clothes, we throw them out the window.
Yep, we're over.
We're done with it.
Over. Fast fashion, sold our souls. Yeah, I mean, yeah. What am I saying? In probably the past 4 weeks, I have only seen him twice. It's hard because, I mean, already we live, like, very different lives and different schedules, so we don't see each other a lot, and it kind of sucks that our spring break was taken away from us because that was our time to kind of catch up as we spend most breaks together. So, yeah, I mean, it's been hard. It's better if I don't see him, because when I do, then I'm like, I miss you, and it's just ugly. I hate having feelings.
Gross.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Straight feelings. Straight people. But yeah, I mean, that's when I've been a bit of a hypocrite, I'll admit it. But now I'm like also getting to the point, because I don't get to see all my friends all the time, because we're adults and life is crazy, and that's just how it works. But yeah, like I'm kind of getting to that point too, where I'm like, oh my god, I miss my friends. And and I'm like, I try not to, but then I'll go through my photos and be like, oh my god, look at all these things we were doing, and this was so much fun. And now I miss being around that and doing that with them. Like, I love my friends so much. Sometimes my friends become the number one priority, and like...
Well, it's like a lot of them, obviously with everything that's going on, a lot of them are like, or at least a lot of my friends are home from college, because a lot of my friends, like, they like went away, obviously, as you do. And so now they're home, and like we'll be Snapchatting and texting each other, and it's so hard to know that like we're finally so close together, like physically, but still like you can't go see them. And like, and especially knowing that like, at least for me, like my other friends are missing me as much as I'm missing them, and that being this close is like really hard. Because before, if it was like a distance thing, then you're like, okay, well, like you live 3 states away, obviously I can't go see you, or like if I do, I'm gonna have to plan a trip. But now it's like, they're so close, and like, I don't know about you, but like I love having different friends for different things.
Yeah, of course.
And so like I'll be feeling one way like a certain day, and be like, oh, of course, like I can talk to this friend about that, or I'll be feeling another way this day, and then like I'll have this friend for that. But it helps so much being like in person, like being able to talk about things and just do fun stuff together, and that's just taken away now. Yeah, and I know that sounds very like, especially with everything that's going on, like very a low thing to complain about, considering so many people like with the healthcare, and then obviously just having corona as it is, and then unemployment. Like it seems like a very like capitalism, baby. Capitalism is evil. It's a disease. Facts. Eat the rich. Period. But like, it feels like a very low thing to complain about, but it's still like I feel like in people's like individual like day-to-day lives, like that's what, at least for me, that's what takes up most of my thoughts. Yeah. No, I agree. It's just, the comforting thing is everyone, it's not just one person or like a group of people. Like, this affects everyone, and I find that kind of comforting. Because like, I think I don't have a lot of self-care days, because I love to go, or I'm like, oh, I haven't seen this friend in a while, let me go hang out with them, blah, blah. So what helps me not have FOMO is that everyone is affected by this, and we're all doing this. That is true. Yeah, no, definitely, I'm not feeling FOMO. Like, that's not what I'm feeling. And it's, I mean, selfishly, that is nice to not feel. Yeah. But, it's just nice to know that, like, everyone's going through this. But it's also, people are going through this in a variety of ways. Yeah. And it just sucks that the same group of people who are always just, like, disenfranchised, is that the word? Yeah. Disenfranchised, then they're still, like, even in this, they still get, like, the worst. It just sucks. And then you're just like,
I mean, there's little things you can do, you know?
Yeah.
Like, as a coping originally on my Instagram, I was like posting and reposting
Yeah.
shit. And I know it was kind of a lot for some people, but for me, it helped me feel better.
Yeah. It's like the little, like, the
Yeah.
things that you can do.
Yeah.
Like, even though, like, obviously, like, our platforms are, like, the smallest out of, like, you know, everyone's. Like as
fucking a Kardashian.
Yeah, like, clearly, like, we have, compared to them, we have no platform, but clearly,
We got nothing.
We got nothing. But, like, it is this, at the least that we are able to do. Because, like, at least I know for me, like, I'm not able to afford donating large amounts, or at least really any amounts, to, like, some charities or organizations to help fund stuff. But, like, and again, I know I just can't afford that with, you know, with rent, having to do groceries, and, like, maybe I can, like, $5, but, like, that's compared to, like, what some people could do.
Yes. Like, redistribution
of wealth.
There you go. She said it.
But yeah.
R.I.P. Bernie.
R.I.P. Bernie. I keep seeing things where people are like, he's out of the like he like dropped out, but then also I saw something where it's like he's just suspending his campaign, so he's not actively campaigning, but he's still going to be on the ballot. Like he's choosing to suspend his campaign because he doesn't want to be responsible for, like, you know, rallies of large groups of people or people going out to vote. Like, he doesn't want to endorse that in any way.
Okay.
So I don't know what the truth is. So if you know,
let us know.
Let us know.
I would love to know.
I would love to know, because obviously I would much rather vote for Bernie than one of two rapists, if we're being completely honest. And I saw this thing that was like, it said how, you know, finally, you know, with Bernie running and him possibly winning the Democratic candidate spot, even though we know the DNC is, like, just as bad as, like, the GOP? Something like that. Just as bad as the Republicans. Like, basically Democrats are, like, shit now. But I saw this thing that was like...
Sorry, this stopped recording, like...
Oh, shit.
A while ago. Okay.
Is it still recording?
Yeah, it's recording now.
Okay.
The amount of times I have to do it.
But it was, like, about how the DNC is just bad as the Republicans now. But, you know, saying how it would finally feel good, at least for me, being able to vote for my first time, because I wasn't able to vote in the last election.
Yeah.
Finally being able to vote on the right side of history, you know, that I would have loved that. That would have been an amazing feeling. And now, if Biden wins the candidate spot, I mean, I'm going to vote for him because, you know, anything to beat Trump.
Just
but,
not
like,
Trump.
Yeah, just not him. But, like, it doesn't, like, again, it's not the right side of history. So, anyway, that's why
our soapbox.
That's why I drink. Sorry, wrong podcast.
No, literally. Just a lot of feelings.
Yeah. But, if we
this isn't our own podcast if we don't get on a soapbox.
Oh, no, for sure. For sure. It was bound to happen.
Use our platforms, no matter what.
It was bound to happen.
Yes.
But on a slightly lighter note.
Yes. Alright, so I think, for the most part, covered my bit.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Well, my only last thing I would like to say is, correct me if I'm wrong, anybody out there, but does this shit not feel like a motherfucking day in summer where you didn't hit up anybody and nobody hit you up?
Yeah.
And you're like, and then you just
shit.
don't do anything.
Well, shit.
Like, does it?
Yeah.
Well, shit.
No, it's the exact same feeling as when you were in, like, freshman year of high school before anyone could drive.
Yes.
And you were all stuck at home because your parents wouldn't drive you anywhere and you had nothing to do and Uber wasn't out yet. For y'all still in high school where Uber's out. Uber was not out yet. It was not a thing. Bitches. No, Uber was not a thing. And you were just stuck at home all day. That's just what it feels like.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah. Well,
anyways, yes. So,
on a lightly lighter subject, very briefly, I would like to talk about Animal Crossing and how that has been my coping mechanism through this whole thing, as you know.
Yes.
I would like to say I have waited the longest time for Animal Crossing to come out on the Switch. It was my favorite game as a child. I think my parents bought it.
Wait, how long has it been around?
It has been out for years. I had it on my...
Like, not Oregon Trail long, right?
When did Oregon Trail come out?
It's like early computer shit, I feel like.
No, I don't think that long. I had it on my Nintendo Lite, which was like, you know, the little Nintendo.
Yes.
Switched open.
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
I had it on that, but it was like the first generation of that.
Okay.
Before it came out with that 3D
So, like, early
shit.
2000s?
Yeah, I was like, oh no, not that early. I was,
Okay.
well, maybe it was around that early, but I got mine when
Mid.
I would say, probably like 2009, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least that's when I got mine. I don't know how long it had been out before then. But I remember that Christmas my parents had got me a Nintendo along with like a couple games. I had I had a GameCube before that, and then I also had a Nintendo, I can't remember the name. It was a smaller version of the Nintendo Lite, but it was like a little gray cube. GameStop. No, that's the store. It was like a little tiny thing. I had that had a couple games on, but I think it was like Christmas of 2009-ish. Okay. I got the Nintendo Lite along with the Animal Crossing game, and I fucking loved it. I spent hours building my town, and it was... when I was little, my parents would come in to check on me, like, you know, at night, as parents do, before the divorce. Let it be noted.
Key point here.
Timeline, pre-divorce, PD. Wait, pre-divorce and post-divorce.
Wait, they would both be...
I know.
That's fine.
Keep you guessing. But anyway, so my parents would come in to check on me at night, and I always knew this would happen. It'd be like about 10 minutes after I like went to bed, and my parents would come in to check on me, and I would slide my Nintendo under the pillow. Those who played Animal Crossing or had a Nintendo Lite know what I'm talking about. You would hide it underneath your pillow.
Yes.
But my mom, she knew my games. So anytime she'd come in to, like, say goodnight to me, like, you know, she'd give me, like, a little kiss on the forehead, and as she was doing that, she would slide her hand underneath my pillow, and then she would find my Nintendo.
Moms be knowing.
Moms know. And I was always so mad because, like, I was, you know, I'm working, bitch. Like, that was my time. Because, like, you know, little old me, I spent my days galloping around the neighborhood, wreaking havoc, as you do, like, and so night times for me, that was for building my town, and so that was that.
I'm an empire at work, Mom.
Yeah, if you knew what it took to run a business, then you know, but you don't, so.
Quick disclaimer,
yeah.
I rarely play video games and was never allowed to as a kid. My parents wouldn't buy me any. So this stuff, I only know what Stevie and my friends tell me.
Yeah.
My other friends.
So yeah, that was my childhood.
And Twitter, I guess, at this point.
Yeah, Twitter, God loves it. So yeah, and I grew up loving Animal Crossing. I can't exactly explain it. It was like, at least as a child, you felt like, you know, when you're, you know, Animal Crossing, like, New Leaf, you're the little mayor you were the mayor of the town, in case you didn't know.
That's a lot of power.
It was. So you would go to this town, on a train, and you would show up there, and basically someone, like, you got confused as the mayor. So the actual mayor was supposed to show up, and then they just decided not to show up. So then, I can't remember if it was Tom Nook or Isabel, I can't remember which one, but then they were like, well, since you're here, do you want to be the mayor?
Wow, if only that's how...
True, that's how democracy worked.
They're like,
well, since you're here...
do you want to be president of the United States?
You're like, yeah, I do.
I fucking think I do.
So that was that. And so it felt so much fun. Like a free, like, you know, you get to make your little world. And so I think now it has a certain level of, like, nostalgia that is attached to it. But man, now that it's come out, and I waited a long time since I got my Switch. I played Legend of Zelda before. That's really the only other game that I play. But I was like, I knew I wanted the Switch because I knew Animal Crossing was coming out. Truly one of the sole reasons why I wanted the Switch was for Animal Crossing. And so then that came out, and then now it's kind of consumed my entire life, which conveniently happened during coronavirus, which thank God, because I'm still doing shit in my classes, but...
I thought Pokemon Go would have, like, a comeback with this. Like, I almost downloaded the app. Because I was like,
I don't know.
That'll get me out.
I mean, that was a fun summer when that came out.
Okay. I don't even have phone games. The most I've gotten addicted to is this, like, bubble pop. I think that's what it's called. But I have, like, the HD version or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That shit, well, as soon as I catch up to the latest level, deleted. I keep that in solitaire. I don't keep games on my phone.
Interesting. I love playing games specifically. Those specifically everyone knows Stardew Valley and Animal Crossing, kind of same concept except a little different. Stardew Valley is a little more like focused on like building your crops and stuff like that. Basically, all of this is furthering my yearning for starting my own farm, running away into the valley to make my own farm. That is my goal. That is my dream. That is what I want most in life.
I have so many discussions about it.
I know. She knows. That's all I want. Just to be away from people with some animals.
Look, the one thing I took away from art history was that time period where a bunch of like city girl artists were like, let's paint the farm life, but it was so like idealistic.
Yeah.
It was like nothing like what working on a farm actually is.
Yeah.
I was like, to be simpler. And that's what you sound like.
I know that's what I sound like, but I will say, when I was younger, so I have family in upstate New York, like far upstate New York, only in like Rochester area, if anyone knows that.
Only the real hoes know.
Only real hoes know. No, so yeah, I have a lot of family up there, and they live on the farm, and every summer, not so much anymore, not since my great grandmother passed, but every summer we would go up there, and we would stay up there for a couple months. That was just our like summer thing, and they all had farms, so we would help we would help do like the little hay barrels and like take care of. There's a reindeer farm across from my uncle's house, so during the summer they didn't have their antlers because like I think that's
so then they're just deer.
I think so. It might have just been a deer farm and they lied to me.
Could you imagine?
Oh my god.
Or sorry, I interrupted.
No, now I'm thinking, I'm like, what if that was a lie? So the reindeer was actually just deer. So anyway, I would go up there every summer, and I would help them on their farm, like tend to the animals and like make like the little hay bushels, like pick the garden and stuff like that. And I absolutely loved it. We would like paint rocks. We would go down. They say the creek. So we would go down to the creek, and we'd find rocks, and we'd paint the rocks.
Yeah.
And my uncle would take us around on his 4-wheeler, like, going through his little, like, acres of land, and I loved it. And so now, I use Animal Crossing as an escape to at least feel that. Because that's truly what I want.
When you say farm up north, it sounds way better than farm
down south. Yeah, no, it really does.
I come from a family farm.
Oh. I'm sorry. No, basically my mom's entire side is like they live in that like small town, but like it's like a small farmer's town, and they all gotta work the fields. Yeah. So that's what that was. And so now when I
something about you drinking that drink right when you were saying that.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
No, it doesn't mean anything. I just needed a drink. I just need a drink. But like, so now I fantasize about just disappearing into the. Ideally, I think Midwest. I think a Midwestern farm.
Like what state is?
Actually, no, not
Montana.
Maybe not. I'm thinking more of like I take it back. Not Midwestern. Washington State. I think a Washington State.
Yes.
And I know that's not like the same like Animal Farm type thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think they do have it. I've never been to Washington, so I could be completely wrong about my concept of what that is. But I think like a nice little like seaside village in the north east. No, northwest.
We both did that. Never eat soggy waffles.
Yes, I had a 50-50 chance.
Oh my god, this bitch. She always wants to be such a hoe. Is she recording again? Yes. Okay.
I had a 50-50 chance of getting it right. Got it wrong. But the Northwest, I think, I'm feeling that could.
I had a therapist tell me that too.
I think I'd be happy in Montana. or in Washington. I also think I would really like
Oregon?
No, not Oregon. What's that city? Oh, Portland. I think I would really like Portland.
In Oregon.
I know, but not.
Yeah.
Like
No.
more specifically.
Well, okay. One, if you say Washington, I automatically think you were a Twilight fan, and I know you were.
I am a Twilight fan.
Called out.
But I'm not gonna feel any shame for that. You never watched Twilight.
I kind of did. I kind of watched the first one.
Then you're not getting the full effect.
I know.
And like,
I
okay, let me get up on this Twilight soapbox for a second, okay? Every Twilight fan has gone through the initial, you read Twilight, you watch it, whatever platform you choose, you read it, and you're like, oh my god, this is amazing, this is wonderful, and then the people, the media, they shame you for it. They shame you and they make you feel guilty for it, and you're like, yeah, Twilight sucks. I shouldn't like that. It's shit. And so then you go through years of feeling like, that's shit. I'm better than that. And then finally you reach the stage of, yeah, it may be shit, and that's okay, because I love it anyways.
That's wholesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You accept it, and you're like, this is kind of a mess, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's Twilight. Anyway, I love Twilight.
Okay, well,
to give what?
As a world traveler.
Yeah. So just put the world traveler hat on.
Washington is cool.
To
be fair, all I've really done in Washington is go to Seattle. And
I was also a Grey's Anatomy fan.
Is that based in Seattle?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Seattle Grey's, I might have just embarrassed myself as a Grey's Anatomy fan.
You're like,
I'm like, shit.
Don't look at me.
There's, yes, Seattle Grey's. No.
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm
doubting myself now.
No, it's...
I can't remember. I really can't remember, and it's driving me crazy.
Conveniently, when I've gone to Seattle, it hasn't rained, which I know is like, kind of like claim to fame for Seattle. I have been to Portland. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I know I've also been to Austin, and never bring up to somebody in Austin about how you've been to Portland, because apparently...
Do they not like each other?
Yes, there's like city beef.
Oh, shit.
So from what I know, because I have a friend whose mom is from Austin. Okay. Let's not this shit over. She said, don't tell people from Austin.
Like Austin, Texas, right?
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
Just to confirm.
Yeah, to confirm. Don't mention Portland, because apparently Portland ripped off Austin. So Austin's like city slogan is keep Austin weird.
Okay.
And then Portland ripped it
Portland
off.
like took that and like really ran with that.
Yes. And said keep Portland weird.
Okay.
I've been to both. Both are weird, I guess. I mean, I've enjoyed both cities. I like them a lot. I almost for a second was like, maybe I should transfer to University of Texas. So I was like,
I had a friend who went to she lived in Austin for like a year. Mm-hmm. She didn't really love it.
Why?
I guess for a couple of different reasons, but she just, I think she just had a hard time, like, meeting people. Mm-hmm. Like, if you think Atlanta's hard to meet people, like, I think Austin is, like, much harder.
Huh.
Yeah. So that was just kind of her experience. Like, I think she was supposed to live there for, I don't know how long she was planning on living there, but she moved back, like, pretty, soon after. Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
But that might have just been her experience.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I had a lot of fun when I was there. Yeah. And Portland had a lot of fun, too, because, I mean, Portland and just kind of, like, that Northwest aspect, I really vibe with. I mean, I loved Oregon as just, like, a state because they have seasons. And we went in the fall.
I do love the seasons. I
love
the
seasons.
seasons.
Not fucking Georgia with its bipolar shit.
God. No, I love the seasons.
Yeah.
I love a good fall.
It was beautiful.
Ooh, I love a good fall.
And we went in fall.
Oh.
And it was so nice. And then at one point this is like our family trip, we rented out a minivan. And we like drove along the coast. And we went to where the Goonies was filmed. Oh. Yes. And that like beach was so cool and beautiful. And I was like, oh shit, this shit was in the Goonies. I was like, those rocks, I've seen them.
Do we need to either add or make a separate road trip to,
I think we should, because I actually... And
or
Austin,
just fly out there.
Right? And I love me a good old... I said Austin, I meant Portland. Don't crucify me. I love a good pinball museum.
Ooh.
There's one in Asheville.
I love
went
wacky
to.
museums.
Wacky? Okay, there was one in Portland too. We went to a wacky museum, like one of those like sci-fi ones.
Or like one of those like, you know, roadside attractions.
Yeah. That was fun. So we went to that. There's also one, there's like Archie McPhee, if anybody knows that, in Seattle. That was cool. But yeah, there's like one of those like wacky ones in Portland that I had a lot of fun in, and then there was a pinball museum, and that was a lot of fucking fun. I just love me a good old pinball museum. There's one in Asheville, and that was, I know I already said that, but it was cool. So yeah, so I mean like cool cities.
Yeah.
However, I did have a friend tell me, and I mean I didn't notice it, but maybe that's my own privilege, I guess.
Yeah.
But I had a friend tell me she felt like Portland was one of the racist cities she's ever been to.
Really?
Yeah. So,
I mean, I do know Portland is very white.
yes.
Like, very white.
Yes. Which is probably why
Yeah.
I truthfully didn't notice it.
Yeah.
But she said that. And if I ever went again, I definitely would be more aware of that.
Yeah. I mean, I will say, though, Atlanta is one of my favorite cities. Like, I love Atlanta.
Yes.
If we could get this, like, season, temperature, like, thing under control, Atlanta would be the ideal city. I would never leave.
Facts.
Like, if we had actual seasons, oh my god. Oh my god.
Not like a week of one season.
Yeah. Like, a week of, like, fall, a week of spring, and then it's, like, either summer or winter.
Yeah.
Probably summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if Atlanta could get that little bit under control, which, Miss Climate Change, well, then Atlanta would be it. Like,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
But back to Animal Crossing, we derailed.
Sorry.
But now that Animal Crossing has come out during this whole time, am I using it as a coping mechanism? Yes, 100%. Do I still like play it for hours? Yes, 100%. And I named my first town after my first dog, Buddy. I named it Budero. And now my second town, I named after my second dog, Lady, Ladira.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's so creative.
I'd be thinking. And I thought for a long time about this. When, like, before the game first came out, I was stressing about the name of my town. Yeah, I really was. And because you can't change it. And you're like, shit, I know these creative ass people, like, they're gonna be out here with some, like, good names. Like, I saw one that they named their island The Good Place. And I'm like, that's genius.
Okay,
so why didn't I think of that?
That's good.
And then, I mean, alternatively, someone named theirs The Bad Place. And I'm like, genius. So smart.
I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
So smart.
Huh.
And so I'm like, I was stressing over it, but then I'm like, Ladira, there you go, got it. Boom. And now I'm building it. Yes, I am destroying my island of natural resources, as you have to do because of Tom Nook. But I'm very proud of my island.
It's a Lorax lesson, I feel like.
It really is, and it makes me really sad, especially now having to chop down trees because it's like cherry blossom season, and so there's a lot of like cherry blossom trees.
I love the good.
But then I'm like, the location of it, I have a specific vision of what I want my like island to be. It's not that. But then, okay, so I wanted to ask you what your opinion was of, there's kind of like two different types of people who play Animal Crossing.
Okay.
There's the people who, so I don't know if I've told you this before, but Animal Crossing is meant to be played on like a day-by-day type thing. Like, you aren't meant to spend like hours, or like you can, but like like the game happens in like real time. So it's like, if
you told me that.
Yeah. So there's two types of people. There's the people who just play day by day and wait for the next day if something comes in the mail. And then there's also the type of people who time travel, which you can go into your Switch and you can change the date and stuff.
Yeah.
So I wanted your opinion on that. Like, is it okay to time travel? Is there a right or wrong way to play?
Wow.
I know, put on the spot. Like I said, I like playing day by day because I'm like, in my mind, that's how like the game creators like intended it. But then also, it do be tempting when I order stuff like through like Nook Shop. I want
Nook shop.
Yeah, totally. It's like
Shout out.
Nook shop.
Well, this feels deeper.
Yeah. Oh.
I feel like there's always cheaters, you know? Like,
So you see time travel as cheating?
a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But then I think about tests, and I'd be cheating on tests.
I do be cheating on tests.
And I'm like, well...
So maybe just because someone cheats, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're wrong.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And also I understand, like, wanting to try time travel and...
Yeah. Because, I mean, there's some people who are, like, months in advance to where, like, they've unlocked, like, so many different things and, like, different tools and stuff that you can only get, like, by waiting, like, over time to unlock it. And I'm like, that do be looking nice, though, because, like, like I said, like, I got plans for my town.
I always think about fucking... Okay, so, arcade game that I will ride and die by. Like, I love this game. Is Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Miss Pac-Man.
Okay.
And
truthfully, I never understood the difference between just Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. Okay.
I hear both. But, no, Miss Pac-Man be hitting different.
Okay.
I love Miss Pac-Man.
Okay.
I love arcade games. That's that. That's that on that. And Austin do be having arcade games. I was in Nashville. No, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways, it makes me think about how I remember my parents telling me how people cheat on that game. Like, there's ways to, like, hack it and cheat it.
Oh.
And so when the games first came out, like, Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man, but I think Mrs. Pac-Man was the more notorious one.
Okay.
That people would cheat. Like, there were certain... Oh, my God, this fucking camera, I'm gonna kill it. There's, like, certain ways to... Oh, it's not filming. Oh, my God. Bitch. Oh, it's because I was hitting the wrong button. Okay. There's certain ways to cheat. So, like, I mean, I get it. Like, cheating and, like, hacking the system has always been around.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm morally against it, honestly.
Okay.
I understand, like, well... But then I understand, like, the creator's intention, like, it's day by day, and that's how they want you to play it.
Yeah.
You know? And then I can't help but think about film and how, like, a director wants you to experience their film.
Yeah.
But audiences do whatever they want
people
to
are going to do what they want to do.
Yeah, and you can't always anticipate that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
That's how I think.
Okay,
So, like, if you hacked Animal Crossing, I'm going to judge you.
It's really, like, to each their own.
Mm-hmm.
Like, however you want to experience the game.
Yeah, because each person's experience is its own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one last thing that you've heard me rant about this enough. I just need to get one final rant out. Is fucking Zipper. If you play Animal Crossing, you know about Zipper in this time of month. He's the fucking Easter bunny. Yeah. She's heard about this before. Oh my God. There's really no purpose to me mentioning this other than like having to rant about it. Cause
Isn't Easter on Sunday?
Oh my God, is it? Oh my God, it is because it was.
Easter's coming out.
Which means Zipper's about to be fucking gone. Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's another thing I need to unpack. But anyway, he comes to your island. He turns like all of like your apples or your trees or whatever and rocks and fish into fucking Easter eggs. Yeah, and there used to be like these little, I mean there still are, but like now it's more so of the Easter bunny or Easter egg type thing, but these little like presents that would float through the air and you could like shoot it down and you could get like either little DIY recipes or like gifts and stuff. Now it's eggs. Everything is fucking eggs. And it drives me crazy. Oh my God, it fills me with so much rage because I just want to, I don't know if Orphish, you don't know about this. I don't know if oarfish are out of season yet, but I just wanted to catch a goddamn oarfish. And I would go and I would collect all like the little fish bait, and I would go out and I would try and catch some goddamn fish, but every fish I would catch would be Easter eggs. And it would,
I hate the Christian agenda.
Well, they don't exactly say Easter eggs. They say April. I think it's called like April or bunny eggs or something like that. But we know.
Come on.
We know.
Westernization.
Yeah. I will say the one creepy thing, his name was Zipper because, so he's like a little like bunny outfit, but you can see a zipper on the back. Like
There's something like Slenderman about that.
no, it's so creepy. And
Salad hands? Salad fingers? Or was
salad fingers, yeah. Just took me back. But there's like anywhere you go, he faces you so you can't get to his back. Like you can't sneak up on him. Like if you wanted to undo the zipper, you couldn't. So there was someone inside the zipper costume, and we don't know who. That is some dark Animal Crossing lore right there.
There's
I
a
know.
bad story out there floating about it.
Oh, okay, that was
Some Tumblr posts. Ooh, now I'm freaked out.
yeah. It's not great, and he just watches you. I know, I hate it. I don't know what the creators were thinking when they did that. Maybe they wanted it to be creepy. I don't know. I don't love it.
Is this possibly a comment on Christianity?
Oh, how about it's everywhere? It's how it's ingrained in our society, and you can't escape it. And how even when you think you're doing something not associated with Christianity, it's there.
There she is.
Just something to think on.
We be thinking.
We do be thinking. And yeah, that's basically that's it for my Animal Crossing.
All right. So are we concluding?
I think so. I think this has been a good run.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to follow
A little shameless plug.
If you want to follow either of us,
Yeah.
my Instagram is Colt, not like the fucking sports team, but like a motherfucking Colt, so CULT.Francis on Instagram. On Twitter is just Colt Francis, I think, together, because I can't do the fucking dot. So if you want to follow me on either, feel free.
And mine on Instagram is Stevie.Kicks with 2 S's. And then on Instagram, on Twitter, I think it's just Stevie Kick. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it is.
I think so. Because I couldn't do the S on it because someone else already had it. So whoever you are.
If you're watching on YouTube,
we'll link it. Oh, that's what the YouTubers do. They're like, we'll link it below. God, I hate us.
Anyways, thank you guys. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes.
You came prepared.
Thank you guys so much, and we will see you next Wednesday
For another Wasted Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.